War is often measured in territory, in villages taken, in front lines pushed forward. But there is another dimension to this conflict, one that happens in darkness. Over the past weeks, something has changed in the Russia-Ukraine war, not on the ground, but in the sky. Russia has significantly expanded its overnight strike campaign, not randomly, not sporadically, systematically, night after night, city after city, target after target. These are not isolated incidents. This is a pattern. And patterns in warfare always reveal something deeper. On the surface, these strikes appear destructive, chaotic even. But when analyzed carefully, they tell a different story. A story of strategic recalibration, of operational preparation, and of a war entering a fundamentally new phase. The strikes are not designed to terrorize alone. They are designed to degrade, to weaken critical infrastructure, to exhaust air defense systems, to create systemic vulnerabilities. This is not about a single night. This is about cumulative pressure. And that pressure is now being applied with a level of intensity, coordination, and persistence that Ukraine has not faced at this scale before. In recent days, multiple Ukrainian cities have been targeted simultaneously: Kyiv, Kharkiv, Odessa, Dnipro, Zaporizhzhia. The strikes employ a layered approach. First, reconnaissance drones map defensive positions. Then, decoy drones saturate air defense radars. Finally, cruise missiles and ballistic missiles penetrate weakened sectors. This is not brute force. This is calculated erosion. Each wave learns from the previous one. Each strike refines the next. Russia is not simply attacking. Russia is testing, probing, mapping Ukraine's defensive architecture in real time. And with every successful penetration, that architecture becomes more transparent, more vulnerable. The question many are asking is simple: why now? Why this expansion? Why this intensity? The answer is not found in a single event. It is found in the broader trajectory of the conflict. Russia is preparing the battlefield, not for today, but for what comes next. To understand these strikes, we must first understand their targets. Russia is not striking randomly. The target selection reveals clear operational priorities. Energy infrastructure remains a primary focus. Power stations, electrical substations, transformer hubs. These are not symbolic targets. They are the circulatory system of a modern state. Without electricity, hospitals struggle. Communication networks fail. Industrial production halts. And most critically for Ukraine, military logistics slow down. Troops cannot be rotated efficiently. Ammunition cannot be produced at scale. Command and control becomes fragmented. This is the essence of systemic degradation. But energy is not the only priority. Logistics hubs are increasingly targeted. Rail junctions, supply depots, fuel storage facilities. These strikes are designed to create friction, to slow the movement of forces, to complicate Ukraine's ability to reinforce critical sectors. In modern warfare, mobility is survival. Russia understands this deeply. Then there is air defense itself. Ukraine's air defense network has been remarkably effective throughout this war, but effectiveness has a cost. Every interception depletes stockpiles, Patriot missiles, NASAMS interceptors, S-300 rounds. These systems are not infinite, and they cannot be replaced at the rate they are being consumed. Russia's expanded strike campaign is designed to accelerate that depletion. By launching large-scale attacks night after night, Russia forces Ukraine into a strategic dilemma. Intercept everything and risk exhausting your defenses, or conserve missiles and allow critical infrastructure to be destroyed. There is no perfect solution, only trade-offs. And trade-offs under pressure lead to systemic weakness. This is attrition warfare applied to air defense, and it is proving highly effective. Russia has also adapted its strike tactics with notable sophistication. Early in the war, Russian missile strikes were often predictable. Large salvos launched from known directions. Today, the approach is more complex. Russia now employs multi-vector attacks, missiles from the north, drones from the east, coastal strikes from the Black Sea. This forces Ukraine to distribute its air defense across multiple axes, thinning coverage everywhere. Decoy drones play a critical role in this strategy. Cheap, expendable, but highly effective. They mimic the radar signature of real threats. Ukrainian systems must engage them or risk letting a real missile through. Each decoy that is intercepted is one less missile available for an actual threat. This is not just tactical cleverness, this is economic warfare applied to air defense. Russia can afford to launch hundreds of decoys. Ukraine cannot afford to ignore them. The asymmetry is profound. Another dimension often overlooked is psychological. Overnight strikes create constant stress, disrupted sleep, persistent fear. For civilians, this is exhausting. For military personnel, it degrades operational performance. Decision-making suffers, reaction times slow, morale erodes. This is not incidental, this is deliberate. Russia understands that wars are not won by militaries alone. They are won by societies that can endure prolonged strain. And Ukraine, despite its resilience, is now under unprecedented cumulative pressure. Western support remains critical, but it is constrained. Air defense systems are expensive, production is slow, political will is not infinite. Ukraine continues to request more Patriots, more NASAMS, more interceptors, but the supply cannot match the demand. And Russia knows this. By expanding the strike campaign now, Russia is exploiting a window of vulnerability. A window where Ukraine's defense is strong but not unlimited, where Western support is real but not unconditional. This is strategic timing, not opportunism, but calculation. So, what does this reveal about the war's next phase? Several conclusions emerge clearly. First, Russia is preparing for sustained operations. These strikes are not a temporary escalation. They are the foundation of a longer campaign. Second, Russia is testing Ukraine's defensive limits. Every night provides data. Every interception reveals capacity. Every gap is noted. Third, the war is shifting from territorial contest to systemic competition. Russia is no longer focused solely on advancing the front line. It is focused on degrading Ukraine's ability to sustain resistance over time. This is a war of endurance, and endurance requires infrastructure, logistics, energy, air defense. Russia is systematically targeting all of these. If this trajectory continues, Ukraine will face difficult choices: conserve air defense and accept infrastructure losses, or maintain full interception rates and risk depletion. Neither option is sustainable indefinitely. The expanded overnight strike campaign is not just about destruction, it is about creating conditions that shape future operations, conditions that limit Ukraine's strategic flexibility. This is modern warfare, not dramatic, not cinematic, but methodical, persistent, and deeply consequential. Russia is not trying to end the war with these strikes. Russia is trying to decide it, one night at a time.